Today we're going to be talking about setting goals and how you can set clear and effective goals that you can accomplish this year by simply answering these 3 questions. Let's get into it. Okay, so before we get into the 3 questions, I wanted to quickly address the issue that I had with my Day in the Life series. I know that this was a video that was highly anticipated to be a part of that series, but I just spent 3 entire days trying to make this video work, and it tested my patience left, right, and center. I can't even explain to you guys how much of a headache that video was, but instead of just completely scrapping that video, I figured that I would make a whole story and a whole video on the one video that almost made me quit YouTube. That video will be coming out on Sunday, so make sure to stay tuned for that. And if you're not subscribed yet, hit that subscribe button. You will not want to miss this story. But today, I want to show you guys 3 questions that are going to help you create a clear vision and direction towards your goals, because one of the things that I struggled with when I was setting goals was that I had goals, but I didn't necessarily know how I was going to work towards them. And I think one of the biggest things that played a factor into this leads me to question number 1. Are your goals too vague, and are they not specific enough? Now, this question right here, it seems pretty straightforward, but let me put it into perspective. You see, if my goal for 2021 is to become fit, the definition that I have in my mind of fit might be different to the definition in your mind of what fit looks like. So when you're setting goals, you want to get as specific as possible. If your goal this year is to be fit, what's your definition of fit? Is it to have a 6-pack? Is it to lose 20 pounds? You see, if my goal is to be fit and have a 6-pack, I now know that I need to work on my diet, I need to work on my core, I need to work on these little building blocks that are going to allow me to get to that big goal. Now that we set specific goals, let's get into the second question, which is, are your goals too grand to be achievable? Now this question, in my opinion, is the most important out of the 3, because this question is what's going to make you realize how realistic your goals are. And I know it's a little bit contradictory to the whole anything is possible, which is still something that I do believe in. But understand that when you're setting goals for yourself, especially if you're setting goals with a timeline, it's important to be not only specific, but realistic. I have had goals in my life that I've set that seem very far-fetched and very impossible to achieve. And once I started working towards them, I quickly realized that I had set a very unrealistic goal. And by the time I got maybe halfway through the process, I decided to quit entirely because I felt like I had no results. So when you're setting specific goals, also remember to set realistic goals. This right here is going to help you build up that belief system that's going to allow you to continuously work on that goal every single day. And on top of those 2 questions comes the 3rd question, which in my opinion is probably the most controversial question when it comes to setting goals. And that is, are you surrounding yourself with the right people, and are you influenced by the right people? This question right here is so important when you're setting goals, because you need to make sure that you're surrounding yourself with people that are driven, people that are supportive, people that want to see you succeed. It's easy for us to get caught up in relationships that seem very comfortable, but maybe don't really fit into the lifestyle that we want, fit into the goals that we want to achieve. And we need to understand that it's important for us to maybe not so much cut them off completely, but distance yourself a little bit with those individuals, because the more that you can spend more time with people that are going to support you, people that are going to push you forward, the easier it is for you to continuously work towards those goals, to stay consistent, and to believe that you can actually achieve them. Now those 3 questions right there are going to help you set clear and effective goals. But in my opinion, the most important thing when it comes to goal setting is having them written down and making sure that you're reading them at least once a day. Now personally, I have my goals written down in 2 different places. One is my phone. On the top widget, I have what I would consider my long-term goal. Now underneath that widget, I have a quote. Now this quote right here just reminds me the importance of setting goals, having a clear plan, and believing in those goals in order to achieve them. And the last thing that you'll see on my screen are my short-term goals, or what I would consider my monthly goals. These goals right here take these 3 questions into consideration to make sure that I'm not only being specific, but I'm being realistic with every single thing that I set out myself for in the month. And if I don't, for some reason, read that page, I always have this whiteboard with all my goals written down at the bottom, which I look at every single time I'm in this room recording a video or editing a video. I promise you guys that if you start writing down your goals, especially if you have very clear and specific goals and you don't have them written down, write them down, and I promise you, looking at them every single day is going to help you achieve these goals so much quicker. I can tell you from experience because I never used to have my goals written down. I thought that having them in my head was good enough, and I was wrong. So make sure you're writing down your goals and make sure that you're getting specific, you're being realistic, and you're surrounding yourself with the right people. Thank you guys so much for watching. And as always, if you did enjoy today's video, please make sure to give it a like. If you're not subscribed yet, hit that subscribe button, and I will see you guys on Sunday for a interesting video. Peace.